levels that we are in.
Wandile, thank you so much for your time and your insights. I really do appreciate it. Agricultural economist Wandile Sihlobo. Let's take you to this now. The decision on whether to extend a moratorium on increases to the sugar tax now rests with the government. Both the South African Canegrowers Association and the South African Farmers Development Association have expressed concern that raising the already crippling health promotion levy, or the sugar tax, would further harm the country's sugarcane farmers. They are urging government to either scrap the sugar tax entirely or at the very least extend the moratorium until 2030. This, they say, would allow them time to implement important recovery strategies under the Sugarcane Value Chain Masterplan. SABC News economics reporter Nosipo Khatebe has the story.
Both associations have argued that potential increases to the health promotion levy could devastate the sugarcane sector, forcing 25,000 farmers out of business while plunging hundreds of thousands of people into poverty. Our Finance Minister, Enoch Godongwana, granted a 2-year reprieve on sugar tax increases in 2023 to allow for industry diversification. The organizations are pleading for more time.
Hence, we are talking now about sugarcane-based industry. We are looking at one of the sustainable aviation fuels is one of those commodities that has been identified. The 2 years has not given us sufficient time to do research. Hence, we're asking for more time. During that time, we also need government intervention. We need an enabling environment that will talk about also policy issues where government need to come into that. So we believe that time between now and 2030, it will give us enough time to look at that. But that does not also take away that we still have a problem with the sugar tax.
The industry leaders argue that since its introduction in 2018, the sugar tax has not achieved its health-related goals, such as reducing obesity and diabetes. They've emphasized the importance of policy alignment to ensure the success of the master plan's diversification goals by 2030.
We believe our government at the moment understands the country's cry of unemployment as we speak. It's at its highest. We believe sense will prevail, but if that does not happen, we will make our plea heard. I mean, like I'm saying, if SAFDA was recognized before the tax was implemented, we would have marched the streets. I'm not threatening on this. I'm just saying it's our livelihoods that are being impacted here. We cannot sit and fold our arms. Our farmers are losing their livelihoods. If that was to be allowed to continue, it means there'll be another closure of mills. I mean, 2 companies are in business rescue as we speak. Not all of them is because of misappropriation of funds or accounting scandals.
The Healthy Living Alliance has dismissed suggestions that the sugar tax has failed to achieve its intended goal or that it's based on unfounded scientific evidence. It says from now until the midterm budget speech, it will continue raising awareness around the sugar tax.
One of the things we have been doing and will continue to do is to continue raising awareness amongst the population, but also engage the policymakers. One of the things that we want to meet Treasury, we will also do public submissions for the midterm budget speech with Treasury, South African Revenue Services, as well as with the Joint Standing Committee in Parliament.
The National Treasury says revenue generated from the sugar tax has been declining over the years.
In the first year of implementation, which is 2018-2019 financial year, the levy raised about 3.2 billion, but the following year, 2019-20 financial year, it reduced to 2.5 billion, and 2020 to 2021, it was 2.1 billion. So from the high of 3.2 billion in the first year, we saw a reduction in the revenue in the subsequent years, and I think that talks to the efficacy of the levy in terms of what it was intended to do, in terms of encouraging reformulation of the products, in terms of reduction of sugar in the products, and also talking to the issue around reduction in consumption of those sugary beverages.
The sugar industry is in dire straits, and its survival depends on the ability to diversify before everything is lost. Nosipho Radebe, SABC News, Johannesburg.
The Eastern Cape Book Fair had taken place today, attracting